In our feature segment today, we return to the record-breaking 2014 Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions held in February in Jackson, Mississippi. The sale is the pinnacle of the junior livestock show circuit in Mississippi. The sale showcased 44 champion and reserve champion animals out of more than 2,000 which were shown. Scholarships were also awarded to exhibitors who showed excellence in their livestock projects and academics. Farmweek's Amy Taylor reports.
The Dixie National Junior Roundup is probably the most exciting event of the year for 4-H and FFA livestock exhibitors. It's also the most intense because only the best of the best claim a spot in the prestigious Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions. At the sale, animals who won a champion title at Roundup are sold for top dollar. This year, 2 records were broken. The Grand Champion lamb sold for $12,000, and the Grand Champion steer went for a whopping $28,000. The Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions has come a long way since it began 45 years ago. The first sale brought a total of about $7,600. Since then, sale totals are projected to reach over $300,000. Nowhere else can exhibitors expect to reach such a high return on investment in their animals, so you can see why the competition to get here is so fierce. To help explain how hard it is to make the sale, here's how the competition process works. Before Roundup, animals are categorized based on their breed, then placed in groups identified as either lightweight, medium weight, or heavyweight. Next, the judge chooses a first and second place animal from each weight group of that breed. Then, the first place animals from light, medium, and heavyweight compete for champion of their breed. When the champion of its breed is chosen, the animal that placed second in that same weight group moves up for a chance at being chosen reserve champion. After champions and reserves are chosen for each breed, an overall grand champion is selected. So each champion from its breed must come back out for the grand champion drive. When the grand champion is named, the reserve from that same breed goes up for a chance to win reserve grand overall. The same process goes for cattle, hogs, and goats, and the different species don't compete against each other. As you can see, there could be 20 to 30 animals just in one weight group. And with several breeds in the competition, each divided into 3 weight groups, an animal must be top-notch to stand out. Taylor McNair of Learned, Mississippi, says she was fortunate to make it to the Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions.
This year I did make it to the Sale of Champions. I had 2 animals to make it. I had a market steer who was a champion English, and I also had a market lamb who was reserve Schropp. That was super exciting for me to have not only 1 but 2 animals my very last year. Sunday was a really chaotic day. We had both the lamb show and the market steer show, and those were both the animals that I was able to get into the Sale of Champions. So it was a very chaotic day, running back and forth. They actually had to hold a show for me.
Additionally, McNair says winning reserve champion with the Shropshire breed was exciting and shocking.
It was very exciting. I was actually second in my class. I was a lightweight, and when we came back in, normally that spot is not gonna get a title, but he went to the the first place lightweight, and then he came to me afterwards, and that was super shocking because that hardly ever happens.
McNair says lightweight champions are very rare because market animals are judged based on the amount and quality of meat they'll produce. Therefore, animals are judged by muscle mass, fat content, length of body, and structural soundness. After Roundup champions were named and the 2014 Dixie National Sale concluded, the grand total for all 44 animals rang up at $369,000, surpassing last year's total by $50,000. But selling champions isn't the only goal. 29 academic scholarships worth $1,500 each and 6 premier exhibitor scholarships worth $2,000 were awarded to deserving exhibitors like Lane Spell of Holmes County.
I won the swine premier exhibitor, and I've been studying for about a month for it, and I've been working with my pigs for about 3 months for it. It's all, you get scored on the test that you take, and then you get scored on your pigs that you show during the showtime.
Additionally, Spell explains what the test involves.
It was food, naming food samples, it was naming parts of a pig, structure of a pig, It was an interview and it was a 25-question test. I think showing the animal was a little more difficult because you had to work with it harder and longer. The test, it was just memory stuff.
Furthermore, Spell says he's learned a lot about responsibility and preparation.
It takes a lot of responsibility to take care of it. You have to be able to wash them, feed them, and water them every day. You have to be able to walk them, take care of them. You can't procrastinate with it. You can't be unresponsible with them. About 2 years ago, we had a bad experience where it was 70 degrees outside, which is way too hot for a show pig. And it was, all the pigs were stressing out left and right on us. And then this year it was really cold, which the pigs really liked when it was really cold. But I also had a pig that got sick. So you gotta be able to keep them warm when it's cold, keep them cool when it's hot.
Spell hopes to put his scholarship toward enrollment at Mississippi State University. Academic scholarship winner Sarah Terrell of Brookhaven says her goal is to become an agriculture instructor, 4-H agent, or FFA advisor. She explains what she's discovered is fun and interesting about working with hogs.
You'd be surprised, they really do have different personalities. I have a gilt, which is a girl pig, and a barrow, which is a boy. And my gilt, she can be moody at times, but then again, she's sweet and fun, I guess, just like women. And the barrow, he's really sweet and fun. You can scrub their belly and they'll lay over like a dog, but they do have multiple personalities. They're kind of like dogs. But yeah, they definitely do have personalities.
In addition, Terrell talks about what you'll see at the barn on show day. Regardless of the species of animal, anything can be expected, from lambs misbehaving to running completely loose in the middle of the championship drive.
People are going to be running everywhere, especially like in a pig barn. If a pig gets out of their cage, they're going to be running down the aisle. Some are a little bit more tame than others if they've been worked with at home. But you will see people running, you will see people hollering probably, trying to get their pigs to stop or their cow to stop. Yes, and you will see brushes flying everywhere, show sheen, going every which way, but all in the end, it's fun.
At this point, you're probably wondering where the funds come from to make the sale and scholarships possible. Sale of Champions Committee Chairman Jerry Host says the committee works hard to solicit buyers from around the state.
I don't know a lot about animals, my background. I do know which end the food goes in, but my involvement is more from the standpoint of raising money. There are a variety of companies throughout the state that will come together either as a buying group, some individually, that will bid on a particular animal because of an interest in a client or a group of people within a county that they have an interest in. So there may be as many as 10 people in a single buying group, or it may be as low as an individual.
Furthermore, Host claims you don't have to know much about agriculture or livestock to appreciate the value these projects bring to Mississippi. Not only is livestock important to the state's economy, but it helps shape the 4-H and FFA exhibitors who often become our future leaders. From Jackson, Mississippi, I'm Amy Taylor reporting.
And you can watch this story again on our Farmweek Facebook page, website, or YouTube. We'll have the links and telephone numbers there for you to find out more about junior livestock shows in Mississippi. You can contact your county extension service office to join Mississippi 4-H. Participation through Mississippi FFA is offered at many public schools. Our website, farmweek.msucares.com. Now, Layton, Amy Taylor, she showed animals in junior livestock showing. She said it was so cold one time they actually brought her sheep inside the house and they bathed it in the bathtub.
And I'm sure there are many other stories she could tell as well.
That's true devotion, let me tell you.